Hello everyone, welcome to the Metal Galaxy. For those who already subscribed to the Metal Galaxy know we have a bonus interview on top of our Heavy Goes On and On program. Subscribe to not miss any news from the Metal Galaxy, and the reason why we are here is that Noise Record discography from Tankard are being released in a beer box. And I'm just passing now the word to Gerre, as he will be the best person to introduce himself, Tankard and the Teutonic Metal Scene. So, Gerre, can you introduce all three? So basically Tankard, the Teutonic Metal Scene, and yourself.
Yeah, hello, my name is Gerre. I'm the singer of Tankard, and 40 years of thrash metal. And looking forward what we're talking about now.
Great, and I'm wondering then, a lot of people don't know how thrash started in the 80s and what the Teutonic Metal Scene is. So can you briefly explain in a few words?
Oh, that's not so easy to explain it in a couple of words, but I can tell you my point of view. So, I mean, I first got in contact with AC/DC, If You Want Blood, when I was 11 years old in 78. And since these days, I'm really infected by that kind of music. And so we were really grown up with a new wave of British heavy metal in the end of the 70s, beginning of the 80s. Of course, the big bands like Judas Priest, Saxon, Iron Maiden, but we also listened to smaller bands like Tank or Jaguar. And and then the year 83 came, and the first Exodus, the first Slayer, the first Metallica, and don't forget about the first Exciter album, Heavy Metal Maniac, one of my top 5 ever albums. And so we listened to that kind of albums the very first time, and we thought, wow, what the hell is that? And so we were really influenced by that. And in general, you can say Germany always had a big heavy metal scene since nowadays, and especially a big thrash metal scene beginning from this year, 83, 84. And so we are really happy still to be part of the metal scene.
It's long ago, 40 years, like, whoa.
Yeah, I started singing with 4, so I'm 44 years old.
Cool. Cool. And Tankard is the beer band, and you like beer. So what beer would you recommend to viewers, and what are you drinking now?
At the moment, I drink mineral water, and so we did everything for that kind of image. We with our first album, with the second album, Chemical Invasion, and The Morning After, and so on. So Tankard is a little bit just reduced to beer, but the music was always serious, and we started to write serious lyrics from the second album in 87. Forget about the lyrics of the first album. So we were 14, 15 years old when we wrote this kind of lyrics about horror movies and stuff like that. And so we try always to do a good mixture of serious stuff and funny stuff. But sometimes Tankard is just reduced to this beer thing. And of course, we have done everything to that kind of image, and now we have to live with that and make a lot of jokes about our own image and stuff like that. But could you imagine Tankard would bring out a totally serious album? I don't know, very evil and death and stuff like that. That wouldn't really fit to us also as persons. So we try always to do a good mixture of serious and funny stuff. We still have a lot of fun to play that kind of music.
And the noise productions, that are the funny stuff, or is it like the newer albums, you would say?
No, this kind of box, it's the period of Tankard. We have been to Noise Records. These are the years 86 to 195. And we have in this kind of box the first 7 albums and 2 EPs. The Alien EP and the Tankwart EP, the first Tankwart, which was a funny side project of Tankard. And we have a DVD inside with the open all night video in a show in East Berlin in the beginning of 1990 after the wall came down. And we have something like a bootleg live video from Eindhoven, Netherlands from 87. I found it in my private collection, and the live album is the audio part, and we have a soundboard tape from 88 playing in our hometown city, Frankfurt. So these are the things in the box. And as I told you before, starting from the second album, we always had serious lyrics as well as funny stuff.
Yeah.
Great.
Cool. So let's talk about who is behind the covers of the albums. Is it the same person, or is it different one? Who is doing all this crazy stuff?
Yeah, the first album were done by Sebastian Krüger, and he was responsible also for Destruction, Matt Butcher, and for a German band called Risk. And so we got in contact with him, and he did the covers until the Two-Face album, I think. And so now we have a guy called Strokulski. He's also doing very funny stuff. And but Sebastian Krüger is a very well-known artist. And the design of the new box was done by the record company, by BMG.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Interesting. And that brings me, why a beer box?
Yeah, because this is a kind of an image. I mean, of course it's fun, but I think it looks very cool. Yeah. So it really looks like a beer box, and that was the idea of BMG, and I really like the design. It's very funny.
It's I agree. It's nice, and I was like, it's interesting. Like, you opened and you see beer, everything, it fits together.
Yeah, you open a beer box and it's just vinyl inside.
Yes, no beer. Yeah, that's not good for the fans. They need also a beer. So, Gerre, I know you're a football fan. So, and in one of your interviews, you said that you were a good football player also. So, why you change your career from football to music? Because you said you were...
So I did play football when I was young, but I don't think that I was a famous football player. So I played in 3 different clubs, but in very low classes. So, but I'm still a big football fan, and my favorite team is Eintracht Frankfurt, of course, my hometown city. And we lost on Saturday again this year. It's only 1 game won, and I don't know what's going on at the moment. We are on place 10. I don't know. I don't think that this season will be very successful. But anyway, I go there since 1975, and
wow.
So if we go down, I will still go there, no problem.
Yeah, of course. We don't change teams every day.
No. It's for the whole life.
Yes. And which position you played?
In the midfield on the right side.
But why you didn't move
Every game a yellow card. I was a very hard player.
So why you didn't move?
But never got a red card. Never got a red card. Never.
Good.
Never.
Why you didn't move to the team? Eintracht Frankfurt.
Why I moved to that team?
Why you didn't?
Yeah, I was too bad. I was too bad, of course.
Yeah? Okay.
I was too bad. So I played music, but as I told you, in a very low class, and yeah, it made fun, but no chance to get higher.
Okay. Music football 1-0.
Music football 1-0, that's right.
You can be the best in everything, so you had a successful career. So let's back to Tankard. So 14 years is quite a long time in the thrash metal scene. So you told us a bit about the beginnings of Tankard, but I'm wondering, what do you think are the differences between Tankard and other Teutonic metal bands and the big American four?
So, yeah, I think the main difference, of course, is the time that we did this kind of combination of fun and thrash metal, and I think the other bands have a kind more of serious image, and but I mean, the first album was a little bit punk influenced, I really would say, starting really thrash metal with the second album, Chemical Invasion.
What was the first?
The first album was Zombie Attack in '86, and comparing to the other bands, I think we are not the hardest one of all these bands, and but the main difference is that this kind of combination of fun and thrash metal.
And yeah, I agree with that. Tankard is much more fun. Like Kreator is always serious, like Pleasure to Kill or something like that. But then I'm wondering, if you compare yourself to the Americans and the German metal scene, what would you say that's different in Germany than in America?
Oh, this is a very difficult question. So it started everything in the Bay Area, of course, and came over to Europe. I don't know if there is that the German thrash bands have a specific sound. I don't think so. But I don't. As I told you, it's a very difficult question.
Yeah.
Of course, the German bands were influenced by the American bands. That's 100% for sure. But I don't think so that there is a typical German thrash metal sound or something like that. I think all the bands sounds very international, and So you have to tell me the main difference about the American and German bands.
I always found the German metal bands more aggressive, much more brutal, much more intense. Like Metallica has some, how do you say, some melodic parts, whereas like Germans are really like into more spits, more like the aggression into music, like to say.
Yeah, but if you listen to Slayer, it's really aggressive, and
I never listened to Slayer, so I don't know. For some reason, I like the German metal bands much more.
Okay.
Destruction, Kreator, Tankard, and yeah, you have also Sodom. I don't know. It's like something about the scene. And what are now an easier one? I hope. What is the thing you are the most proud of?
I think the most proud of is that we never gave up, that we never had a reunion or something like that. We are there since 40 years without a break, and this makes us a little bit proud never to give up.
Great words.
And you said about the American bands influenced you. So which band and which album influenced you to start to play?
Yes, our favorite bands are Overkill, of course, and Anvil. And as I told you before, when we heard to the first Exodus or
Yes,
Slayer
yes.
or first Metallica album. I love Exciter, the
Right.
very first album. And so, yeah, these are the kind of bands personally I felt in love with. And of course, all these bands influenced us as a band too.
It's quite interesting to hear Overkill in this, like in influences, because Overkill it is big here in Ireland, but it's still a bit more underground, much less popular than Metallica.
Yeah, but I'm a big Overkill fan for myself since the first album, and yeah, so I still love this band.
Yeah, Bobby Blitz is an amazing performer.
Yes.
I think there are some similarities, actually, now you say so, between thrash or American bands. Like Overkill is fun as Tankard as well.
Yeah, it's a little bit older Overkill, but we also played together a couple of times, and that was always a good feeling.
Any fun memories from these tours?
We played together in Germany on a festival, and we played together in South America and Brazil together. That was really amazing, because you have in South America, you have, a lot of thrash metal maniacs over there. They get really crazy.
Sepultura as well, there is popular, and I think from that they just love all other thrash. And let's now go back to Tankard. So let's talk about your lyrics. I found Space Beer very interesting. Citing the lyrics, your dick and brain will grow in size if you're bald. I'm wondering who wrote these lyrics and how did you get the inspiration of such a song?
So we had, as I told you before, we had our own lyrics on the very first album when we wrote this kind of lyrics when we were 14, 15 years old. And that couple of guys helped us from the second album with the lyrics. And so I have to check out which guy helped us with Space Beer. I don't have it in my mind. It could be Mike Kipnis. He was a very funny American guy. Helped us with the lyrics, and very funny stuff. And there was really a Space Beer in Berlin. There was and I
wanted to ask this.
I still have a bottle of this, but I don't think that it still exists anymore.
Oh, so was the Space Beer?
Yeah, it was called Space Beer, and very funny.
Nice.
But I don't know exactly who came up with that kind of idea. I mean, the album is from 1990, and I'm too old.
Yes.
I'm too old to remember.
Come on, you're not too old. You're not too old. We are young, and yes, because I see you have a lot of albums. You have. And from 2000, every 2 years you had one album every 2 years. 2002, 2004, 6, 8, 10.
Yeah,
12.
10, 12, 14, and then 17.
17. That's the
17. Last. Yeah, that's the last one. But the new one is already recorded. And now at the moment, we try to do the mix, and
nice.
Yeah, the album will be out in the end of September on Reaper Entertainment. So this will be the second highlight of our 40th anniversary. The first one is this box now as a little starter, and the new album will be out in end of September, and we are really looking forward. If the people, hopefully the people gonna like it.
Of course. And have you ever been here to Ireland to play?
Some shows planned, but not in your country at the moment. But at the moment, you can plan nothing really because of this Corona stuff. And so we should have to to play in the beginning of March, and they postponed already the 2 shows. And then we were supposed to play in the Ukraine the very first time, but you know the situation between Russia and Ukraine.
Yes.
And I guess this will be canceled because there are no more flights from Germany to the Ukraine. All the things are really disgusting, and
Music.
Let's go to happy stuff. So one thing.
Let's go to heavy stuff. But of course, we really would love to come back. But at the moment there is nothing. There's nothing planned, and we will see what the next month will bring. And I guess in summer we will have some festival take place. That would be cool.
Yeah, would be nice to see you here.
Certainly.
Because Ireland loves thrash.
That's good to hear.
Yes.
Which city do you stay?
Dublin.
We played only once.
That's what I was asking you. Have you ever been here?
Yeah, we have been to Dublin one show, but it's I don't know, 10 years ago or more. I don't. It's a long time ago. But it was very fun. We drank a lot of Guinness.
Of course. Yeah, I can't remember because I'm here 20 years. I'm not from Ireland. I'm from Greece.
Yamas.
Yes, and I know you had Addy in your band back in years.
Yeah, and we have been a lot of time to Greece.
Yes. And Greece love Tankard also. Uso.
That's good.
Uso and Sublaki.
Yeah, and a lot of crazy fans.
Yes.
Speaking about crazy fans, let's go back to the crazy lyrics. There's another song I was like, whoa, this is interesting. So Shit-Faced, the song about you wrote the following, where you tore off a heater of the wall and broke windows in a room and divided into cabinet. Is it based on actual events, the Shit-Faced song?
Yes, it's really based on the things happened when we recorded the very first album, Zombie Attack. And so we were very young and wild, and so we smashed a little bit the hotel room, and then they kicked us. Then they kicked us out, and so 2 albums later, there is a lyric about that.
So all that happened in this first album, Zombie Attack.
Yeah, we were a little bit wild at that time, I would say.
Any other wild albums, songs based on the actual events that we should check out?
Yeah, some of them are fictive. Yeah, so some of the lyrics are really based on things happened in reality.
Of course.
And what is for you the most craziest song or the most craziest thing you have done and wrote about it?
One of the funniest stuff comes just into my mind was Metal Lady Boy on the Girl Called Sylvester album.
Wow, okay.
I mean, the title Girl Called Sylvester is amazing. And
great song. I love it.
Yeah, and there is a song called Metal Lady Boy. So we played once in Thailand.
Okay.
And you have all these lady boys there. You don't know if it's man or woman. And so we thought to write a funny song about that. And then, I met Doro at a concert. She gave a concert here in this era, and we know each other. And then later on in the backstage room, I asked her, "Hey, are you ready to sing a little bit on the new Tankard album?" "Yeah, no problem. Here's my telephone number." And so she sings along with us the Metal Lady Boy. Very funny song.
Nice.
Is it on YouTube?
Doro.
Yeah, I'm a big Doro fan. She's amazing.
Yeah, there is no video clip of that, but you can listen to the song, of course.
Is it on the Beerbox album or not?
No, Girl Called Sylvester is from 2012.
Yeah.
And the box just contains the album between 86 and 95.
But that's a song I need to check out. I'm big Dora fan, and just
Yeah, just listen to it. I love her. I'm a big Doro fan too. She's such a nice person, and it was a great honor that she joined our
She's
song.
the metal queen.
Yes,
Yeah.
of course.
She's the metal queen. Cool. What else we have? Yes, we spoke about tours, a new album. You have a new album, okay. And okay, let's go back to football. So let's say you are a billionaire.
I'm what?
Billionaire.
Big?
Billionaire.
Billionaire.
A lot of
Money.
No, I don't have any money.
Yes, but let's say you have a lot of money and you want to create a football team. What will be the name of the team, and what will be the 11 players? You can mix musicians and football players.
Okay. So if I would be a millionaire, I wouldn't buy a football club because I hate this kind of modern football.
Okay.
I love traditional football clubs. Nothing have to do so much with coming money from outside. But if I have to choose a team, of course, I really would love to play with Smear of Destruction. And
nice.
yeah.
But wait for like a goalkeeper?
Yeah, we put him into the goal because he's such a tall guy.
Okay.
He can catch all the balls.
Near goalkeeper. Okay, let's go.
Yes, of course. Blitz from Overkill has to join it, and Lips from Anvil, and Bobby Shotkowski, the drummer of Tank, the farmer drummer of Sodom. He's a good friend of mine.
You can mix also. You can mix.
Yeah, I think my team has to have 100 players.
Only men?
No,
ladies.
You can mix also football players with the team, musician and football players.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. You know, we say something. Players they come and they go very fastly, but we are fans. We are always here. We are still here.
Okay.
So I'm not a big fan of single players. I'm a big fan of my club.
Okay.
That's a difference.
Okay. Yeah.
You understand, and so I can tell you, of course. I can tell you, of course, some big players from Eintracht Frankfurt, but you might not know. I guess.
Maybe I know, maybe I don't know.
Jürgen Grabowski, Bernd Hölzenbein, Karl-Heinz Körbel, Bruno Petzai, Bum Kuncha. You know them? You know them? No, you can't know them.
I know some of them.
We are Googling tonight the Frankfurt club.
I know because I love football.
Okay. So what's your favorite team? Panathinaikos. Okay.
Green.
So I've been to Olympiacos Piraeus in November.
You went for the match?
Yes, of course. We played.
I know.
EuroLeague.
You went there. You went to Karestiki.
Yeah. I love to travel around for football and for music.
Yes. I used to travel also for football. Yeah, but now with the COVID, I stopped, and my team is not the best.
not the best time to travel around.
Yes, but I used to go for football in Europe.
Amazing.
Yeah. Football, basketball, everything.
Let's go back to Tankard. So I was wondering, because I looked at the albums, there is one half German, half English, and it's called Tankard and Tankard Aufgetankt album. So I'm wondering, is there any particular reason to split the languages in this way?
No, this is, as I told you before, that was a side project of Tankard. Mm-hmm. It was called Tankwart. And that was the first one in '94. We covered German songs from the '80s, putting into punk rock style. And there was later on a second one in '96, and we covered songs from the '70s.
And they were also German, right?
Yes, just German songs, and so German language, and yeah. So and but this first EP of Tankwart was released by Noise Records, so it's the reason why it's in the box. 94.
And I'm wondering, have you been thinking to do a German song, writing something in German for Tankard itself, not a side project, but maybe in an album somewhere?
Not really an album, but we have an old song called Freibier, so free beer. It's
Where's free beer? Where?
so it's on the Stone Cold Sobe album. It's also on the box. This is nice. our German language song.
And why only one? Like, was there like I'm wondering, because it's a nice language and you see some bands going totally in German or a bit in German, so I'm just wondering.
No, it was never our intention to do a whole album in German, but we covered these songs singing in German, these two EPs of Tankwart, but we never had the intention to do a whole album. I mean, we are
international.
We are an international thrash band.
Amazing, thank you. So I think we are almost at the end. Nick, any last questions?
I wanted to ask something, but I forgot.
You just connected. So
and I forgot.
So I've thing. So Gerre, anything that you would like to mention that we haven't yet mentioned in this interview?
Yes, we are very thankful for the last 40 years. It's a great feeling still to be here. A special thanks, of course, to all the fans who supported us in the last 40 years. Without the fans, we would be nothing. And watch out for the new album coming out in the end of September on Reaper Entertainment. And hopefully some shows will take place in the next couple of months, and we're going to have the possibility to celebrate together our 40th birthday.
Any spoilers you can give us for September?
Pardon?
Any spoilers for September?
Spoilers? What is spoilers?
Spoilers, like, I don't know, something about the new album. Anything to spoil?
There is one song on the new album. It's called "Lockdown Forever."
Oh, nice!
It's a very funny song about if there would be a pandemic and you have to stay at home for the rest of your life, you are not able to go out anymore, and you have to listen to your whole record collection the whole day. This will be a very good song on the album. Lockdown Forever. Just keep it in your mind.
And I'm just imagining how the people are in this lockdown forever and going just crazy and breaking stuff.
And are you going to make a video clip for that?
Oh, we don't have a running order till yet. We don't have no idea which song we're going to do a video clip. So we just finished the recordings, and now we do the mix, and then we will see maybe everybody has another favorite one. Then we have big discussions. I don't know. We will see. So there will be a video clip, that will be for sure, but we don't know exactly for which song at the moment.
Amazing. It will be fun for sure.
Yes.
Hopefully.
So Nick, you remember your question?
I would like to ask, would you prefer vinyls or CDs or tapes?
I started with tapes and vinyl, of course, and then I changed to CDs. And sometimes I buy vinyl, but if there are new albums, I still buy CDs.
And what are you listening these days?
listening to everything coming out new. New Saxon. I have the new Saxon album, and I don't know.
Very good.
Yeah, it's a good one, and there are so many albums, and sometimes I don't find the time to listen to all of them. But as I'm a big collector, I have to have everything. That's for sure.
And any modern thrash metal bands or any modern metal bands you are listening nowadays?
I'm listening to normal heavy metal bands, and I love to listen to thrash and speed. I'm not so into black and death.
Okay.
There are good bands, but I'm more listen to traditional metal and of course to thrash and speed metal. Yeah, that new Annihilator I got, and I don't know. Every Friday I get new CDs.
Yes.
The same like you do.
And as you said, you are a collector. Have you ever counted how many CDs or vinyls or?
Yeah, CDs about 6,000, I guess.
6,000.
And vinyl, it's about 1,000 maybe. Yeah.
You need a big space.
Yeah, I need big spaces.
I don't have so many. I thought 200 was like a lot of CDs, but like looking at 6,000, I still have some years to collect.
Okay.
You're still young, Ag. You have time.
Yeah, I have time. So yeah, thank you, Gerre, for joining us today and telling us about the reissue of our records during the noise periods, who are being released now in a beer box. And we want to thank Nepal Records as well as Pulmer Overdrive for collaborating, and as well our collaborators for promoting the event. And we also want to thank everyone who is watching this video, sharing and liking it. And for those who are interested in getting a copy of the beer box, all links are below. And like and subscribe to The Metal Galaxy, as we will have more interesting content coming from The Metal Galaxy soon. So that was all. Bye.
Thank you, Gerre. Bye.
Stay healthy. Bye. Stay healthy.
You too.
Bye.
You too. See you.
Thank you. Thank
Bye.
you. Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.